What up? What up? What up? Welcome to another episode of Hourglass Talks. It's your host Mike Lowry. Tay Sears. Good morning, Tay. How you doing?
What's going on, man? Hey, I'm ready for a good day. Like, get me right today. I'm ready for a good day.
Oh, gotcha. Well, I'm gonna get right into it then, man. It's actually a conversation that we had. I think it was yesterday. Sorry, I'm trying to get my hourglass right. Yesterday we were talking, and I was at work, and you called me. So like, when you called me, I'm like, all right, he got something to tell me. He don't, because his method.
Random.
His method is if he can text it, he'll text it. But you called me, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna answer real quick, you know. And you were like, hey, bro, you know, when you want something and it's tough, it's like opening a pickle jar. And when you open a pickle jar and it's real tight and like you really trying hard, you're like, and like you can feel it loosening up, but you getting tired, so you take a little break. And then you go back again, boom, I'm gonna speed this up. You just keep trying, and then you go, all right, let me run under hot water. Then you start tapping the knife. Look, this ain't a. You just start tapping the knife on that joint like this, see if it drop. And anyway, it's like you're like, you know what's crazy? As hard as you try and you don't get it open, you never be like, where's my receipt? Let me go take this jar back. And you were, and to me, it was like, I was like, oh, bro, like, that's with everything in life. And we had talked about that earlier. It was like people jumping from things to things. But people don't look at that pickle jar and be like, I'm gonna go get another one.
No. No.
So can like you can you elaborate on that, like just go more in detail, man. I just want to see what you got to say.
Yeah, bro. So look, there's this particular goal that I have, and I feel like I'm scratching at the surface. You know, I feel like I'm there, like I'm right where I need to be. Like I feel like my pickle jar is literally about to explode, and I just thought about it, and I'm just like, yo, you have to look at life, you know, your goals as a pickle jar. You know, like you said, some jars are tight, some jars are easy to get open. Sometimes some jars you got to go get that wet rag, put it over. You know, at some point, whenever we open a pickle jar, we put our all into it. You know, we put our all into it, but because we don't try to open a pickle jar softly, because we know a pickle jar is hard to open. We already know that. So on the first turn, we're trying to get it open. But guess what? What if we don't get it open? We taking up another notch. So my thing is, when we're close to that goal and we can't quite reach it, we got to think about that pickle jar. We got to take it up another notch. Because then we start to get creative. You know, like you said, you tap the knife on the jar. You get the wet rag. You start running it over hot water. You start get creative with opening that pickle jar. Why are you getting creative? Because you're dissatisfied because you can't get this jar open. Same thing goes into life. When you're dissatisfied about reaching your goal, when you're dissatisfied where you are in life, that's when you start to get creative. Because dissatisfaction creates creativity. Every creative person created what they were creating because they were dissatisfied with what was going on at that time. That's why they had to create something to bridge that gap. So we got to look at life as a pickle jar. We always go into overdrive when we can't get that thing open on the first turn. We always go into overdrive. And we got to take that mentality everywhere we go.
Yeah, and that's good you said that, because it's like, and in terms of the pickle jar, you want that pickle, or it don't even got to be a pickle. It could be whatever you're trying to open. It's big enough for you to you're not gonna quit. So it's like, let's say you like pickles, but you were trying to open something else, like a jar of mayonnaise or whatever. You trying to make a sandwich, you trying to open a jar of mayonnaise, you can't get it open, and you can be like, now I can do without the mayonnaise. So whatever that goal is that you said, make sure that pickle, because we talking about pickle jar, make sure that pickle it motivates you. It's big. It's like, it's what you want. Because if it's not what you want, you just put it back in the fridge.
That's right. Like that's a good example, because if you're making a sandwich, and you got like you said, a jar of mayonnaise that's you trying to get it open, then you just so happen to look in the fridge and see some ketchup. Oh, forget this mayonnaise. I'm just gonna pop this ketchup on it. You know, and that's how the problem. That's the problems we have, because we don't even really want ketchup. We just take it. We just take what life gives us, you know, instead of creating the life that we want. You don't have to take what life gives you. You don't have to take it. You can create your own life. So listen, look, we're going to title this Pickle. Do you like pickles?
I love it, especially sandwich.
That's what we're going to title this.
But
that's, bro. At no point do you ever say, like you said, at no point do you ever say, you know what? I'm going to just take this pickle jar back to the store.
And you're never just going to be, I'm going to get back in the car. You already threw away the receipt. Why are you trying to go back to the store? You already threw away that receipt.
Ain't nobody returned a jar of pickles because they could not get it open. But it's too many of us returning our goals because we cannot reach them. It's too many of us returning our goals. Our goals. Ain't nobody give us this goal. We're returning our goals back to the store because we
don't want it bad enough. You don't want it bad enough. You gotta, when you set a goal, make sure it's something that you really, really want. And like to help out with that, to keep going, to go through your go-through, the desire behind that goal has to be a burning desire, which means you really, really want what you want. We got athletes, they really want to be All-Americans, they really want to be champions, they really want to be the best at what they do. The people on the bench, they want to start. The people that start want to stay started. The people that start, they want to win. And the guys that want to win, they want to win in everything. Because how you do anything is how you do everything. So it's like before you grab your pickle jar, make sure you want that pickle jar. Make sure you want what's inside that jar. It don't got to be a pickle jar, but whatever you want, what's inside. Because when you keep trying, when you keep going, you eventually get it.
Like we said yesterday, I think you said yesterday you had read in a book about persistence. You know, you will never persist in something that you don't really want.
If you don't really want it, you just don't. So, and to say this, like, everything that you want, if you want something you never had, you're going to have to do something you never did. Put that pickle jar under that hot water. I promise you it will. And your mom or your grandma be like, I just can't get this pickle jar off. And like, well, baby, just run around some hot water. It'll loosen it up for you.
The beautiful thing about the pickle jar, if you put it under the hot water and it don't work, you can always go get the rag. What if that don't work? You can always tap it.
Like, who was the guy that did the light bulb?
Edison.
Edison? You know, Edison tried over 1,000 times to get the light bulb. Right? But he said he never failed. He just figured out there's 1,000 ways it didn't work. So when you run that pickle jar under that hot water, and it didn't work, I'm like, cool, I didn't fail. I'm gonna get the rag. And if that didn't work, I'm gonna go do some push-ups. And so whatever it is, just keep going.
And check this out. The crazy thing about it, you fail 1,000 times. Cool. What happens that one time you don't fail? Your entire life changes. That one time that you don't fail, that's a good return on investment for me.
Hey, and look, and once you do get that one, all you gotta do is be right one time. Mark Cuban, Mr. Wonderful, all them billionaires, they were wrong thousands of times. But when they were right that one time, I mean, y'all probably can't even tell me. You can't even tell me what he did wrong because he's billionaire now. He Billy Goat.
Billy Goat.
So, hey, so like LeBron, like all the missed shots, all them whatever, however you want to put it, he's a billionaire now. Like you probably don't even care how much stuff he did wrong. He's a billionaire. Michael Jordan, 6 rings, boom. You probably forgot all the missed shots he took. And that's with everybody in life. I don't care how many times you're wrong, you have to be right one time. So, Say you got anything to say before we close? Because I got something to close, but I want you to say something first.
Just remember, man. Just remember, life is like a pickle jar. Life is like a pickle jar. Treat life like a pickle jar. Always bring that up when things start to get tough. Remember, you will never take that jar back to the store. That's all I got.
You never take it. All right, man. So look, to close out, y'all saw me with my hourglass. So when you open that pickle jar, when you're trying to, remember all you got is now. You don't know how much time you got left. All the time at the bottom's gone. All you got is now. So why wait? If you fail, keep going. You can take a break, but all you got is now. So don't be like, oh, I'm gonna put that off till tomorrow. Take a little 10-minute break. Don't be breaking stuff. But all you got is now. So with that being said, man, all you got is now. Open that pickle jar. Make sure whatever's inside that pickle jar is what you want. And with that being said, Tay, you have a good day. I'll catch you on another episode of Hourglass Talks. Peace.
Holla at you, man. Good talking to you, bro. Good talking to you, bro.